the vibe is like we've already solved feminism, so now girls can be hot again.
Get away from her, you bitch!
Classic.
He was in the Amazon with my mom when she was researching spiders right before she died.
No more hangers!
You thought you'd become a prostitute or a drug addict.
I used to love doggy chow. I used to love doggy chow too.
Never send a man to do a drag queen's job. I'm Crystal.
And I signed that release form, so you can just feel free to stick things in my slot. I'm Baby Lame.
And welcome to Camp Classics.
A thoughtful podcast about stupid movies.
Oh, I'm feeling a little stupid today, I gotta say.
Why are you feeling stupid?
Well,
what's up? What's
you know,
going on, girl?
I'm just suffering, I think, from a 2-day hangover.
Yeah, well, we've got to tell the listeners, haven't we?
I think we do.
Crystal, through one of her infamous soirees. Actually, soiree, I think, is too classy.
Yeah.
I mean, the setup, from an outsider's point of view, it is a soiree. Crystal and her husband have a lovely home. There's catering. It's very gorgeous, gorgeous cocktails. But it doesn't end up as a soiree, does it?
It really ends full of trash bags mixing whatever booze they can find and probably whatever drugs are lying around on the floor.
Gay rights!
Yeah, it's very that energy. Amongst the gorgeous wild garden.
Yeah. But we had some special guests, didn't we?
Yes. Finally, can I just say, before you build it up, finally you pulled through. Because we've been burned by the world of celebrity in the past, haven't we? When we've done our shows, we've had, whispers that Charlotte Church is going to be there.
Yeah, that's true.
There's been times when I'm like, I bet I can get Rylan to come. Like, we've been burned by the celebrity world, haven't we?
Yeah, well, we had the usual array that normally come. You've got some famous drag queens, Courtney Act.
Yeah?
There were some porn stars. There were some influencers. There was
the porn stars are always the chattiest as well.
That's the G.
Gay rights!
Because I always need a bit of warming up in those kind of environments. But yeah, like the porn stars are the ones with all the chat, aren't they?
But the real moment was our friend Darren, who's been on the podcast. He directed Jawbreaker, Darren Stein. He brought along Rose McGowan.
I killed Liz. I killed the teen dream. Deal with it.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
What the actual fuck? Like you sent me a message, whispers that Rose McGowan might be coming. I was like, fuck off. Why is Rose McGowan coming to your party? Oh, no, lo and behold, holding court in the kitchen.
Yeah. And she brought half a papaya. And
I did not know about that element.
And a chicken breast, which we cooked for her dog in the air fryer.
So how do you cook a chicken breast for her dog? And what's her dog's name?
It's Perlita, and it was olive oil.
Oh. And what was the half a papaya for?
She lives in Mexico, and she was missing papaya.
Sure. I
live next to the kind of shop that sells organic chicken breasts and half papayas.
Oh yeah, yeah, totally. Well, it's like I've never seen Call My Name. Is that the film where it's something? He
fucks a peach.
Does he fuck the peach?
He fucks a peach, yeah.
Because there's also a film with Tiffany Haddish called Girls Trip, which I don't know if you've watched.
Yeah, they
and
do.
What
is it?
Is it like a
watermelon?
Yeah,
the watermelon trick.
It's like a blowjob, or it's like a hand job, but with a juicy.
Yes. Well, let's just say we all got our spoons in.
Peachy fucking keen.
So that's exciting then. An actual camp classic icon.
Yeah.
In our reach. That's very exciting.
First stop, my kitchen. Next stop, the podcast.
That's how it works.
I think so.
Well, good work. You're doing the good work there, aren't you? Looked amazing as well. Yeah. Stunning.
Did you ever watch Charmed?
No.
Yeah.
I watched it, but I wasn't.
No.
You're a big old witch, though, aren't you?
Yeah, it was a very important TV show to me. So, yeah. Anyway, in this case, do meet your heroes because she was lovely. Anyway, that's our goss, isn't it?
Yeah. I think that's quite good gossip as well.
It's very juicy.
Yeah.
This is what people...
As juicy as the papaya.
But on to, the serious business of the show business, if you will. We, of course, do have a Gatreon where you can get a bonus episode every month. And who knows what secret kitchen gossip you'll get over there.
Oh, are you going to spill on the Gatreon? Is that what you're saying?
Well, you'll have to subscribe to find out. And we'd like to welcome our new member, Leanne Brown.
Hi, Leanne. Leanne already
Leanne.
got shouted out on the Gatreon as well, because that's what happens if you become a Gatreon member.
One of the many benefits. Our last episode was on Postcards from the Edge, which I really enjoyed. And our next episode will be on Vamp, which is Grace Jones as a vampire stripper in a low-budget 80s horror. What's not to love? And as always, if you can't subscribe to the Gatreon because you're poor or homophobic or a secret third thing, you could leave us a comment on Apple Podcasts and give us a 5-star rating on Spotify.
Yeah, just fucking do it now.
We've got a new review on Apple Podcasts.
Oh, good.
Let me read it to you.
Is it Rose McGowan?
Yeah, I assume working under a pseudonym.
Yep. Classic Rose.
Okay. Classic Rose. Now, this is Sophia, who has said, how have I only just discovered this podcast, combining my two favorite things, movies and being one of them queerosexuals. Crystal and Baby Lame are amazing, as always. Perhaps Romy and Michelle's high school reunion as a camp classic.
I mean, that's a strong contender, and it will get covered at some point.
It will. I actually, is it on our list?
It must be on the list. The list is big now, though.
It is.
Well, hi, Sophia.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Gorge. That's a lovely review. And we've also had a request come in via the email.
Oh, I didn't know we had an email account.
Me neither. I think it maybe came to me directly via a form on my website, which, anyway.
Okay, sure. Well, email us.
Yeah, email us. Send a pigeon. Who knows? But Milo says, hi, Crystal. I heard about your podcast from the Bechdel cast. Would recommend you watching Jupiter Ascending. It's a camp stupid space opera written and directed by the Wachowski sisters. I have seen it. Have you?
I haven't seen it, and I think it's always good for us to have a film that neither of us have any association with as well. So yeah, we'll add that to the list as well.
Yes. Thank you, Milo. Now,
I feel like you're giving me very businesswoman with lots to do today.
Exactly.
Yeah, very lots.
Oh my God, I've been very productive today. I've had a lot. I've ticked a lot of jobs.
Well, the
off
energy
the
is
to-do
riding
list.
through into this podcast. You just seem very efficient right
Wait,
now.
what's next? What's next? Okay,
busy mom,
actually,
lots of things to do on the list.
Well, actually, that's a great segue because, baby, before we go any further, why don't you let the people know what makes a camp classic?
I would love to do that. Now, a camp classic is something that needs to unlock queer joy. In the words of Megan Fox, we want something that will give us such a wetty.
That is not what I thought a wetty would sound like.
Oh, really? Well, I guess it depends on the orifice and the amount of wetness coming out of it. And if there's any air caught up as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It was definitely giving queef.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Basic. We're basic today, everybody.
Vagina jokes. That's what you come to.
I mean, it feels appropriate for the film that we're going to be talking about.
It's true.
And that's not because women are in it. The second thing that makes a camp classic is it needs to have an ongoing legacy. We want something that will make you come back for more and that feeds queer pop culture. A camp classic needs to be so stupid it's genius. If it makes sense, it's probably not camp. And finally, we are looking for flaccid energy. That's right, a flop rejected by the mainstream, resurrected by the queers.
And today, we are solving feminism with boobs.
Oh, the mamas who rock the dollar, throw your hands up, through me.
I like Independent Women Part 2, which is set to the circus music.
Yeah, it's all jingly and jangly.
do, 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 do.
Yeah, Beyonce's all that. Bet you'll never think a girl like me.
Because we are covering, of course, 2000's Charlie's Angels. What is your history with this movie?
Well, I feel like I was the generation, so you would have been as well. This is peak MTV, Britney, Christina, like it just felt like a big music video that came out of nowhere, and it was like, oh, I can watch this. And also it felt like, oh, this is a film I can like without being gay bashed, because it's kind of like, it's sort of lads mag adjacent. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
So yeah,
Yes.
I really liked it, but like with all films, I prefer the sequel personally. Spoiler alert. I've realised this. Every single film that has a sequel, I will prefer it, genuinely.
I think you're the first person to say ever that they prefer Full Throttle to the original.
Really? Demi Moore?
I mean, I might be with you. It's been a while since I've seen Full Throttle,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm ready to agree, but right now I can't.
Okay, fair. Well, we're not talking about Full Throttle.
We're not.
It's very risk addiction coded, isn't it?
Yeah.
Basic
Well,
Instinct
yeah.
2.
But yeah, they're the same title.
They're the same movie.
Yeah.
A reason to check out the Gatron, because Crystal will not allow us to talk about Basic Instinct 2 on the main podcast. So please subscribe now. What about you, Crystal? Where do you sit with this one?
Yeah, I think the same. It was definitely came out at a time that it felt targeted directly at me. I would say, somewhat embarrassingly, I found this movie quite aspirational when it came out.
Okay, break that down. That's quite a big... I feel like we need to go into a deep dive on this subject.
I think, you know how, like, it's in the same way that I think I probably found Sex and the City kind of aspirational. I was like, I want my future to be cosmopolitan, glamorous, sexy. I want to be using my sexuality to get what I want. And you know what? It all came true.
And just like that,
Rose McGowan is in my house, and etc. No, yeah, I think I made it my personality when it came out. In the same way I probably did with like Moulin Rouge. I was like, what is this?
Moulin Rouge, you made it your
yeah.
personality.
Yes,
what were you
yeah.
doing? Like crazy mashups of like old pop songs? And
Probably. I remember like trying to learn Cameron Diaz's dance routines from these movies.
Oh,
honestly,
wow. Oh my
this
God.
This is all obviously so far pre-drag, but obviously I was responding to there was a baby drag queen still within me that was very much responding to the spectacle.
And Cameron Diaz was the one that you aspired to out of them.
No, but she had choreography that you could kind of copy.
Okay, yeah. I feel like I'm learning a lot about you in a very short amount
I did
of time.
say I was embarrassed. I did
No,
say I was
no
embarrassed.
judgment here. I feel like this is part of the assessment. We need to explore this. Right, okay.
Anyway, we'll get into maybe why the whys of why it was so
The
appealing to me,
choreography.
Yeah. But I watched it again last week. I went to the Prince Charles Cinema for the 25th anniversary screening, and I gotta say it did very well in a group theater setting. It was so fun. People were really chuckling along. There was some dialogue in this movie that people repeated in the theater. It was fun. I haven't seen it in a long time, so it was really fun to revisit.
And was there anyone else was it like a screening with any speakers or anything?
A screenwriter gave a talk at the top, but she didn't have a connection to the movie, so she was just basically talking about why she loves it.
So what? Someone talking about films that has no connection to it? Like, why would anyone want to listen to that?
Well, let's get into the context. This movie came out in 2000, directed by Mick G. Now, Mick G at this point had only done music videos. And I'd say, as gay people, we understand that is not necessarily a bad thing. Some of the highest art in the world is music videos. There's nothing wrong with being a music video director. In fact, it's probably a tick. Unfortunately, the music videos he's done are like for Korn and Smash Mouth.
Yeah, I saw that. And so that is actually...
That is actually, yeah.
But I did a bit of research into this director too. And there are lots of films that look really great, actually, that I didn't know he was responsible for. One is called Rim of the World.
Is that like
I just thought, what a captivating title, Rim of the World.
Is it like a monster, like a Godzilla kind of movie?
I didn't look into it. I just like the word rim.
Okay, fine. Oh no, it's not. It looks like it's about children.
Okay. Moving swiftly along.
Yeah, so this was his first movie.
First movie?
Yes.
How do you get given, like, the Charlie Angels franchise as a first movie?
Apparently, he gave a really great pitch, and Drew Barrymore was incredibly impressed with him.
Oh, because
And
that's
then-
right. Speaking of boss ladies, Drew Barrymore
Mhm.
produced this, didn't she?
She sure did.
Wasn't she only
sure
like
did.
24 as well when she first got...
Something like that. That woman has lived.
Whenever you can go out into the rain, do not miss the opportunity!
But yeah, she did produce this. She was championing McGee. This movie had a very troubled production with a script that apparently had 14 different writers.
Wow.
And it was apparently rewritten 30 times. The movie had a budget of $90 million, which is just so much money. It is so much money. And it made $264 million worldwide. And it was the 12th highest grossing movie of the year. So it was a big, big hit. Reviews-wise, it's a bit more mixed. 68% on Rotten Tomatoes. And there's a lot of like pretty nasty review sound bites. Roger Ebert said, "It's a movie without a brain and it's three pretty little heads." Which isn't very nice, is it?
No, I don't like him though.
I know, it's not the actress's fault that the movie doesn't have a brain.
I hate men.
The New York Times said, "Sure, it's easy on the eyes, but would a little brains be too much to ask?"
I hate men.
Yeah, so there's a kind of running theme of like, this is just silly trifle for girls.
I hate men.
Right.
But Todd McCarthy in Variety wrote of Cameron Diaz's performance, "Rarely has a performer conveyed the impression of being so happy to be in a movie." And I think that's probably quite true.
Yeah, because I think I read an article with Drew Barrymore, and I think Cameron Diaz was like one of her first choices, and then they
Yes.
went through a few different other people before they got to Lucy Liu. But I think she sort of summarized it, that she was just literally like to Cameron, "Hey, do you want to be in this action movies? It's Charlie's Angels. We're going to learn Kung Fu and look really hot and wear cool outfits." And like
Yeah.
Cameron Diaz was also like, "Yeah, that sounds great." Because if you're in your 20s, I mean, that does sound like a fun sell, really, doesn't it?
Yeah. And I'm going to give you $10 million.
Yeah. Well, unless you're Lucy Liu, didn't she get like
Yeah,
$1 million?
$1 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Yep. I'm going to quickly roll you through some of the other people that were approached and considered for this movie.
Oh, go on.
And it will get more unhinged as I go on. Angelina Jolie, Tandy Newton.
Okay, like, can I give a bit of commentary of some of the names?
Yeah.
Angelina Jolie, too dark for this. She's a Lone Ranger, I
Yeah.
think. I
Yeah.
can't see her doing the teamwork. No.
Tandy Newton, she was very close to being cast, but she dropped out because she didn't want to be racially stereotyped.
Oh, we'll get to that, won't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Mila Jovovich, Alyssa Milano, Julia Roberts, Selma Hayek.
I feel
Liv
like
Tyler.
Julia Roberts is thrown in with every one of these
Oh,
things.
for
So,
sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Ashley Judd, Halle Berry, Jennifer Jason Leigh, Gwyneth Paltrow, Uma Thurman, Kate Winslet, Reese Witherspoon, Robin Wright, Renee Zellweger, Jada Pinkett Smith, Helena Bonham Carter.
Wow. Imagine. So what? She was like a crusty posh one.
I myself am strange and unusual.
Kristen Davis, Jodie Foster.
Hello, Clarice.
Who would have been substantially older than the other angels, FYI.
Oh, yeah. Jerry Horner.
As in Jerry Halliwell Horner.
Yes. Aaliyah, Lauryn Hill, Michelle Yeoh, Jenny McCarthy, Catherine Zeta-Jones, Victoria Beckham. What a list.
Oh, God, it could have gone anyway, couldn't it?
Literally, just throw darts at every celebrity of the time.
What I will say is I actually can see why the Spice Girls might have been in a discussion, because actually this film's quite similar to Spice World.
You're right, actually, and I've never thought about that.
I think it's all of those kind of like, you know, high production scenes that don't really mean anything, but you've got
Yeah.
them in lots of different setups and costumes.
Music video.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm really glad that no Spice Girls ended up in this movie.
Yes.
Should we get into the plot?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, again, as often the case, this is a very yada 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 yada.
Yeah.
But yeah.
There's definitely scenes that need to be discussed.
Oh,
but
100%. Yes.
The plot. So, Natalie, Dylan, and Alex are the Angels, 3 women who work as private investigators together for unseen millionaire Charlie Townsend. They're played, of course, by Cameron Diaz, Drew Barrymore, and Lucy Liu. We've got our opening scene, which involves a long shot of a bomb on a plane that the girls defuse.
And I think stylistically here, we know what we're getting because it's like CGI has come in hard on that plane, hasn't it? It's like we're watching like a PlayStation game or something.
Yeah. But I thought it looked quite good.
Well, again, it's a stylistic choice, I would say. I quite like the gay flight attendant as well.
The fat shaming one.
Yeah, so
the racist fat shaming.
Yeah, because he's definitely racist as well. I said to her, the seats aren't smaller, your ass has gotten bigger. And then they let someone fuck in the toilets, and then he racially profiles LL Cool J and says, "This is the first class section."
Yeah. Are you supposed to be here?
Yeah.
It's all very Richard Branson energy, this plane.
Yes, it is.
But yeah, LL Cool J is there, and I don't feel qualified to decide whether or not Drew Barrymore wearing an LL Cool J mask counts as blackface, but let's just note it.
I think it's a useful note to have with some of the stuff that's about to follow on. Yeah. But in this case alone, it's probably okay. But again, probably not the best person to talk about that. But yeah. I would say they've done a good job of sort of giving us action thriller spy movie paint by numbers as the opening, haven't they?
Yeah.
They've kind of set it up, and it's a bit of a like, it's a bit of like, oh, we're just Mission Impossible here before it twists and starts showing.
Yeah, it's very Mission Impossible. The girls are tough, they're capable, and they're hot. It's very that energy. Also, I mean, I don't know if you noticed this, but Drew Barrymore is dressed as LL Cool J, and she takes the guy with the bomb off the plane, but leaves that door open. I think that gay flight attendant got sucked into space.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I think that whole plane is full of dead people.
Death to all of them.
Carnage. And McG decided to not focus on that.
No, he just wanted. We're focusing on Cameron Diaz in a gold bikini.
Yes.
Right, there we go. So then we meet Vivian Wood, played by Kelly Lynch.
You know what I'm going to say now? I love her. I didn't know who she was, but I was like, wow, the budget has not gone on you, has it, sweet? She is giving me like a very like TV drama D-list celebrity moment. Do you know what I mean? TV movie.
Yes. And she's got the most early 2000s Halle Berry Catwoman hair.
In a tone of red, yeah. Auburn.
Yeah, that flippy little pixie cut and a leather trouser. Love her.
For a movie that really has quite the extensive wardrobe and hair budget, she really is the afterthought, isn't she? It's cruel. It's cruel. It's like someone hates Kelly Lynch. Okay, they hate her. Because she's an attractive woman, right?
Yes, she is. She's
but
hot.
Someone hates her. They've gone, oh, bitch, you're not getting any of this. Because has the montage happened before this?
Oh, yeah, sorry. The montage has just happened. We need to talk about the montage.
So, yeah, it's literally like, and they are Charlie's Angels. And it's like they've done like a mock, like opening title sequence like you would see in the TV series where we see them all in different setups doing like fighting, saving
Lucy
people.
Liu is an astronaut. Cameron Diaz is a Jeopardy champion.
What, like it's hard?
That alone, the visual overload of looks that they're pulling is insane, isn't it?
It's so fabulous. It's so fabulous.
Well, I did some research about the costume designer. I don't know if you came across this at all.
I saw him talking a bit in the making of, and he was really enjoying talking about the beadwork on the gown in the party scene.
Gay rights!
Okay, so I was doing some research about the costume designer who's called Joseph Alusi. Sure. And apparently he was called in 3 weeks before filming began.
Whoa.
And he had to create 3,000 outfits for the entire cast for the film in record time. And this isn't one of those like bottom of the pile IMDb trivia. He's been on record from multiple publications saying this. So apparently the Angels each wear over 50 looks each. in this movie.
Oh my god.
But yeah, so, and like we were talking about this, obviously Drew Barrymore was producing. It might have been a bit of a vanity producer role though, because a lot of men are involved in this role. And if they're straight men, this does sound like something a straight man would sort of leave last, isn't it? So they've created the script, they've got it all signed up. Oh, we're gonna need like different looks. Well, I guess we better hire a costume guy 3 weeks before production, and he literally just had to scramble to kind of make it all happen.
Well, he really turned it out then.
Oh,
there's
yeah.
some iconic looks in this movie.
And they're all done really well, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're like, the wigs are great.
Yeah.
The makeup is really fab. Like, you know, if they're doing like a throwback to a 70s look, they've got the Farrah Fawcett hair.
Yeah, it's very playful. I'm trying to think of some of the more iconic costumes in this, but maybe when they're the yodeling maids, the race course scene, the racetrack
I will
scene.
say, like, the yodeling maids, you think if you go to like an Oktoberfest style and you get the awful like smithies, there's no scale to the costumes. These have like wiring, the hair's wired. It's drag, it's top tier drag. But yeah, old Kelly Lynch, and poor old Kelly Lynch, even I'm doing it. She's probably only 38 or something, but yeah, old witchy Kelly Lynch got fuck all.
What was the name of the costume designer?
Oh, Joseph Alusi.
Joseph. Well done, Joseph.
Yeah, well done, Jojo. We love ya. I'm just looking at Kelly Lynch's Instagram now, just to see if I can get any. Let's see if she follows Cameron Diaz. That'll be telling, won't it? She doesn't.
Oh.
Let's see if she follows Drew Barrymore. She doesn't. Let's see if she follows Lucy Liu. She doesn't.
Oh.
So, just saying.
I wonder if they all follow each other. We don't have time for this.
No, sorry.
So we've met Kelly Lynch. She hires Bosley, played by Bill Murray, and the Angels to find her partner, Eric Knox, played by Sam Rockwell. He's a software genius who created a revolutionary voice recognition system and heads his own company, Knox Enterprises. They think he's been kidnapped by Roger Corwin, played by Tim Curry, who runs a satellite company. Because if those two technologies get together, every mobile device will become a homing beacon.
It was glorious how dated this felt. Because even like watching it, obviously it's like 25 years ago, but I was still kind of like, oh, it's not that old. But when it's like, you know, the evil superpower is voice recognition, you know you're fucked. When it's like, you can go on YouTube and type Madonna singing Padam Padam and it's all AI done.
Yeah, and as a gay man living in the year 2025 with Grindr on my phone, the idea that my phone could tell people where I am does not feel like a big threat to me.
If anything, I'm sharing my location to everybody. Yeah. The door is open. Come in, do what you need to do.
Gay rights!
Also, I'd like to shout out Tim Curry. I feel like I've never seen Tim Curry in a film where he's not playing a camp version of Frankenfurter in some sort of way, and it was just nice to see him being very hammy on the old villain side of things.
It's fabulous. Got no notes for him. So, the Angels are trying to track down Knox. They infiltrate a party held by Corwin. Natalie has a meet cute with Pete, played by Luke Wilson, which is where we get the line,
"Flip your goddamn hair,"
which the entire theater shouted at the screen, which was quite fun.
Oh, did they? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Then they spot a suspicious-looking thin man, played by Crispin Glover. Got a fight scene with the Angels chasing down the thin man, and this is where we see what the fighting style is going to be like in this movie.
And this is also where we're really reminded of the era, because the soundtrack is Smack My Bitch Up by The Prodigy, isn't it? And it's just like, we know where we are. Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed hearing that song. I enjoyed the fight. I enjoyed the silliness. It's Kung Fu. It's Matrix Light.
Yeah, well, it's the same.
Crouching Tiger.
It's just after the Matrix, isn't it? So it's got this sort of, they've got the technology of the slow bullet vibe going. I agree. I think all of the fight sequences are super enjoyable in this.
Yeah. Yeah, you suspend your disbelief pretty immediately, and then as long as you've done that, you're having a lovely time watching them.
Yeah, and they're
silly
relentless.
fight.
They're kick-ass, aren't they, as well? And I read that it was really important for Drew Barrymore that they didn't have guns in the movie and that they all were hand-to-hand combat. So
yeah, I watched the making of this today. It's on YouTube. It's quite fun. But yeah, they did 3 months, 8 hours a day of fight training. It's pretty intense. You know, they did a lot of their own stunts. You see them flying through the air. They're working really hard. Drew Barrymore can like really properly kick. It's cool.
Well, you'd hope so after all of that training.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love this as well because this is still where we haven't quite worked out harnesses and making like people on a harness fly up look. You know when like someone's leaping through the sky and it's just a slightly too slow. You can see the harness has been painted out, but it's kind of enjoyable, that.
Totally. Yeah, there's definitely a few times where you're like, are you being dragged across this set by your foot? But I don't mind it. And then the Angels find Knox. He's been tied up. Then they have to find out whether or not the Thin Man and Corwin have stolen the voice recognition software. So they have to break into Corwin's office. And we get a series of scenes where they get the stuff they need to break in, and all of these are sexy. There are the German yodelers. There's the race course scene we can talk about, and there's also the brown face belly dancers.
Yeah, what in the Gwen Stefani is going on in this movie? Yeah. It's like, as we mentioned earlier, at the start, we've got LL Cool J, and then the kind of a sort of a standard spy effect where a mask is peeled off to reveal Drew Barrymore. And you're kind of like, okay. But then they really heavily go into cultural appropriation in this movie, don't they?
They sure do. Yeah, we've already also had Drew and Cameron in geisha costume.
Yeah, and Lucy Liu like being a masseuse.
Playing a masseuse.
In kind of quite a sort of tropey Asian woman way. And then, then you've got like two geishas. Then you've got them belly dancing.
And Drew Barrymore is painted brown.
Yeah. And it's like a weird, she just walks out. It's a very quick shot of her.
Yeah.
And Karen Diaz is blonde as a belly dancer, isn't she? So they're kind of, the other two are like, oh, we're just belly dancers as ourselves. And then it's like, nope, Drew Barrymore is in brownface.
Yeah, it's hard to see.
We've also got the sumo wrestling, even the yodeling.
And Cameron Diaz on Soul Train also does not feel great to me. This kind of like white fantasy, hostile black people who get won over by her white girl charms.
Yeah. It's so true. It's so tasteless, that scene.
Yeah.
And it really, my notes are, it's giving that woman who's just occupies all of the space in the club. And it's like, me, I'm getting married, everyone. Look at me. And it's just, it was just off, wasn't it? Yeah. And then it's like, go white girl. And she's taking up all the space, all the energy. Everyone's worshipping her with her CGI blue Aryan eyes.
Totally. And of course she's the main character in this club because she's white. Yeah. It's very, One defense I've got, it's not really a defense, but one thing, I watched the first episode of the actual original series today just to kind of compare and contrast. And there is a scene of someone getting a massage by feet. So they're obviously kind of doing a reference to it. It's but that doesn't make it any better.
Yeah, and then it's even like when Lucy Liu is like the mistress. It's very fetishy, isn't it? I think that scene's kind of cool, but it's again sort of playing into kind of stereotypes of Asian women, isn't it?
Yeah, like Dragon Lady sort of vibe, dominatrix. Yeah. But then I mean, I guess the only thing you could sort of say about that is the kind of comedy that Lucy Liu and the types of characters that she played were always those very deadpan, I think Lucy Liu is hilarious in this film. I think Me too.
I think I probably find her more aspirational than the Drew Barrymore. So you said that Drew Barrymore was. I think I find Lucy Liu more aspirational.
I did not say that I was aspiring to Drew or Cameron. It's definitely Lucy.
No, but what did you say? You said something about
that I used to try and learn Cameron Diaz's dance.
I think you said You felt inspired by Cameron Diaz and you wanted to be her.
No, I wanted to be them. Them, specifically Lucy Liu in the leather.
Rewind the tapes!
You're right. She has been, at this point, she's kind of been a bit typecast, hasn't she? Because she basically plays the exact same character in Ally McBeal.
And I guess as well, like, we were, you know, this is still a kind of a pre-social media era. And if you look at pop culture, there was a lot of cultural appropriation happening around about this time. You know, had Madonna being her sort of ray of light era. Christina Aguilera, Genie in a Bottle. I think Beyonce sort of tapped into that. It was kind of Gwen Stefani with the bindi. Yeah. There is like a real like MTV generation of like fashion. It was kind of okay in a wider sense to kind of do that. No, I'm not saying it is okay, but culturally it feels like we're in a different place.
Yeah. This movie is a product of its time.
Although the sort of blackface thing, I don't think ever really was okay. But
no, the girls then break into Red Star headquarters. You've got Lucy Liu, Alex as a dominatrix, efficiency expert, which is I think one of the more iconic scenes and looks in the movie. Probably, she's really chewing it up. I think this movie
chomping. And it's really. Yeah, it's just a really strong performance. Like, as a comedy performance, it's just bang on, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great. And then Natalie and Dylan are in drag as male directors, and they also look fantastic.
Yeah, it's great drag king level, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really good. They fool the security system. There's like a very Mission Impossible style heist situation, and they can hack into that computer. They then oh god, do we care? Yada yada yada. Then they all go on some dates.
My independent women.
Thank you for that. That was no, they do, because they've really shoehorned in like the love affairs here, haven't they? And they're all kind of, we're getting to know the real them. They're not these kind of like kick-ass, you know, crime fighters. They've all got their flaws, just like all women do. So, you know, Cameron Diaz is a bit goofy and like, oh my god, I'm so goofy, I can't find a man because I'm just so goofy. And Lucy Liu is like, you know, desperately wants to be like a housewife. Kirk kind of wants to please her man, the actor, but like is kind of unsure about how she can be real with him. And then Drew, well, she just loves chasing dick and kind of can't find a good boy because she likes bad boys. It's just relatable women stuff, right?
It's so annoying. And apparently the original script didn't have any love story, and Drew Barrymore insisted it go in because it was very the time of like, women can have it all. And she wanted it to be a fantasy storyline for women and for women to be able to see and relate to these characters. Unfortunately, I think it actually makes them all look way worse.
Yeah. But again, it's an interesting time because I heard an interview with Lucy Liu and she was kind of saying like, you know, we're not G.I. Janing this. We're not doing what Demi did. We're not shaving our heads off. We're not being masculine. We're showing that we can kick ass in a pair of 6-inch heels. And that's kind of how much of that's done by the PR team surrounding this movie. But again, like you said, it's kind of like you can be hot, you can be femme, and you can also do all of this. That's the message they're trying to send, aren't they?
I guess, but the truth is that you can't actually kick ass in 6-inch heels.
Of course.
Yeah. And so this like 2000s
and
maximalism idea.
Even if you could, it probably would be better to be in a steel cap boot.
Yeah, exactly.
You're probably going to be more efficient.
And so, yeah, it's this 2000s era maximalism, which is the vibe is like we've already solved feminism, so now girls can be hot again.
Yeah, it's like, oh god, thank god that bit's over with. Yeah.
But you know, I also appreciate why Drew wanted to do it this way, and like it's probably what I would have done in my 20s.
Also, but this is actually answering my question about the unraveling of Drew Barrymore and me finding out when was she uncool. She fell in love with that Tom Grennan during this as well, and
Tom Green
or whatever his name. Or Tom Grennan's that awful pop star, isn't it? Tom Green. Oh
yeah.
The Chad thing. I'm sorry. I hated that so much. It was that Chad humor just represents early noughties men humor.
Yeah.
Just
and the
be
fact that
dumb and
saying...
repeatedly say the same statement.
Yeah, he's really, really annoying. I found Bill Murray really annoying in this too, but he
apparently he was awful to Lucy Liu on set as well.
Yeah, there's quite a few like bits where you're like, oh, gross man alert. It feels that.
Yeah,
vibe,
and yet
doesn't it?
you don't mind the gross man alert when it's Sam Rockwell being that awful,
Yeah.
because that's the role, isn't it? But it's just like other people seem like,
Yeah. Why are you taking time from our girls?
a girl. Do you watch The Handmaid's Tale?
I have.
You sound like Aunt Lydia. My girls.
Yeah, so we can talk about this now, but Bill Murray was apparently really horrible to Lucy Liu, screamed at her. He apparently also headbutted the director. I think basically it sounds like Bill Murray's a nasty, nasty piece of work.
And I guess if you are at the level of what Bill Murray was in this film, I guess you can get away with that kind of behaviour, can't you?
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't bring anything to the movie for me.
I liked, there's that one bit at the party scene at the beginning when he's got the mic in his mouth and he's just like opening his mouth and trying to get the guy to speak into his mouth. I found that funny. There's like, but it's not worth his presence.
I also feel like these films are just like, it's almost like they don't write these scenes. They're just like, oh, right, you do your bit. You be Bill Murray now in this bit. That's what you need to do. Apparently,
this is a fact I learned researching this, but apparently Bill Murray has never had an agent. He just has a 1-800 number you can call and leave a message on with an offer for a movie. And if he's interested, he'll call you back. But apparently he lost out on like he was supposed to be in like Austin Powers and all sorts of movies that people wanted him and no one could reach him. So that also makes me find him really annoying.
Yeah, really annoying.
Okay, but they're all on dates. This is where we get the Soul Train scene, which we've already kind of discussed.
Matt LeBlanc is here.
And
it made me think of Red Shoe Diaries. Do you remember Red Shoe Diaries? Red Shoe Diaries was kind of this like soft porn TV erotic drama. And that was the first time I saw him. You used to get it late night on cable. Oh. And there'd be like these long, salacious, like each ep would be just like a different story. But it would set it up and it was all just very steamy and it would all end up with like sex. And in his scene, he was like this like paper boy or something. And it was all just very like, oh.
Would you see butt?
No, a suggestion of tit, a 6-pack,
okay.
Maybe a cheek.
He was in one of Alanis Morissette's first music videos.
I did not know that. No.
There you go.
There we go.
Now you do. So then Dylan has sex with Knox, and then he betrays her, and we realize that he's the bad guy. And he also tries to get Natalie and Alex killed, and Bosley gets kidnapped. Dun dun dun.
But again, I like in terms of like it as an action movie, I found those scenes where the angels were like struggling in their different setups and being caught, like it felt like a bit more dangerous and a bit more. That's the thing. It's almost like a movie of two halves for me, because you've got all of this like over the top. I'm not going to use the word campy humor, but like sort of sort of 2-dimensional clowny behavior. But then when they get to the action scenes, they're like way more committed to it and stuff. Like the bit where Cameron Diaz is like, she's got her foot on this guy's neck and she's like strangling it. She's got really powerful there, and she's kind of like, tell me his name, and you're like, fuck yeah. And there's no kind of like cheesy nudge nudge wink wink tagline. You're just like, she's fucking cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I liked those. Again, any times we've seen them actually fighting, I'm like, oh, this is really good.
Yeah, I totally agree. And then it slips into like, there's something about Mary, or some kind of rom-com sort of situation.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. It's really fun. They all like get away from this fight, and then their office building gets exploded. And I might just yada 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 here.
There's a lot of yaddering, isn't there?
Yeah. They rescue Bosley. They get on a helicopter. They blow up the villain.
They don't blow up Kelly Lynch though. She's like chained up, isn't she?
Kelly Lynch, I think, gets blown up by.
Oh, is she blown up? Oh, I didn't know that.
She gets blown up by Sam Rockwell.
Oh, okay.
Then the girls head to the beach for like some sexy giggle times with some coconuts.
Is that the top of the scene? Final scene. The girls are at the beach having some sexy time with some coconuts.
The end. Yeah, you were just talking about this, but I think we just like need to talk about the feminism or not of this movie. But
I definitely don't think I did a deep dive on it, so please open up this discussion.
Well, it's like so as you say, during the action scenes or like the heist moments, the Mission Impossible stuff, you're like, these women are so capable, and it's really fun. You're impressed by them. And then even when they're using their sexuality to get what they want, you're also on board, I think, as a queer person, because I think it's quite cathartic to watch. It certainly was cathartic for me as a child to watch people use their sexuality to like, and be unashamed about it and like use it as a powerful thing and use it as a weapon. I think I found that really exciting. And so you're like, you can find joy in all of that. But then it swaps into like their personal lives and they become dum-dums.
Yeah.
They become weak. They become insecure. Suddenly, Cameron Diaz she has no idea what to do. She's scared. She's nervous. But like, you were just kicking so much ass and you're so confident. You can wrap any man around your finger when you're at work. And then suddenly you can't. Like, it felt very inconsistent.
Yeah. And also this whole thing about like Lucy Liu's character, like wanting to bake and cook all the time. And again, like, that scene where she's shot at in the trailer and she's gone up on the ceiling of the thing and she's holding it there and it's like really fucking aggressive machine guns everywhere. I'm like, that's an exciting scene. And she looks kind of like traumatized as she would be, like, oh my God. But then she sees that her souffle sort of drops and that's the bit that gets her moving.
Yeah, you're right.
And again, I'm just like, this character, I've also seen when they go to the drive-thru is not working, and then she gets out a bit of gun and she rewires it. And again, I'm like, that's fucking cool that she's this tech person, and that's still a very entertaining, funny way to do the scene. But it's subliminally going, oh, she's got the smarts about her. Whereas as soon as you put her in the kitchen, I'm not saying that people that bake aren't smart, but it really, really dumbs down any of that good work they've done with the character developments there, I think.
Exactly. And yeah, even though this movie is women-led, women-produced, it does feel very like a product of the time in this way, where it's like, we can't let them be too tough. They need to still have this like softer side. The other thing I really hated, it's this trope of like Born Sexy Yesterday. Like, Cameron Diaz is so infantilized sometimes. She's really bimboed.
Yeah.
And again, it's not in keeping with what her character's like as soon as she's crime fighting.
You're totally right. She could still be this very positive, happy, fun character.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that they're all these kind of incredibly talented, deeply trained experts in their field.
Yeah.
I'm not buying that she is then that dumb in every single situation. It's just
that she's then like banging her head on her own door frame and like falling head over heels over a waiter
and saying like the slot line about you can pop it in my slot. It's like, but again, like, as we've seen, there are bits of the scene where they know how to manipulate men with those kind of language, but which again I think you would have got the entertaining trade-off just by sitting in that world rather than...
Yeah, I think it's a real kind of shame that they split it that way.
And also as well, why do you think Lucy Liu is so terrified to tell Matt LeBlanc what her job is? Why is she a bikini waxer? Why is that where she went to?
Well, I think she's in a really toxic relationship with a man who will be incredibly threatened by a strong, smart woman. And like, there's that bit where she like tells him about how to defuse a bomb. And then he's like, how did you know that? I thought you were a bikini waxer. And she has to be like, oops, sorry, I don't know anything, actually. Remember?
And I mean, unless the dick is that good, what's the other reason why someone of her genius would be willing to... And also, as well, like, she's hot.
She's an astronaut. We saw her as an astronaut. Why is she pretending to be a bikini waxer?
And then also as well, like, obviously, you know, a lot of people like a kind of more edgy bad boy, but this idea that... I mean, actually, is Drew Barrymore's character the most believable in terms of her relationship with men?
Yeah,
maybe.
Probably.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think if there's anything outrageously off. She's probably the most humanized all-round character, I'd say, right? Out of the three of them.
Yeah, she doesn't get weakened in the B plots. She does get kind of punished for being a slut.
Oh yeah, there's that, isn't there?
Yeah.
And she really, that actually is really nasty the way he like.
Yeah.
And again, it doesn't feel tonally the right kind of setup when he's like revealing that he's actually shagging Kelly Lynch and...
Kelly Lynch turns out polyamorous icon.
Yeah. Mother. Meanwhile, we're talking about correct representation of a woman in a film. It's Kelly Lynch. But yeah, she's like, there's a real, and this is almost where all of the writing's gone. Wow, let's go to town on this fucking slut. So she gave me her pussy. Yeah, we're gonna demonize you now, Drew Barrymore.
Is a bit of that.
Yeah,
but then it does paint him as like a really dirtbag man, and she gets like a real revenge kind of storyline, which I really like, because she like beats the crap out of him right before he gets blown to pieces. And so there is like it's clearly like cathartic for her. And you know, men are D-bags, and it's fun to watch them get punished for it sometimes. So
now this is something else I'd like to point out, just a minor plot point that is actually quite camp, actually, in the breakdown of it. When she's tied up by him and he's tracking down Charlie and all of that's happening, and he's like, haha, doing his evil spiel. She's just sat there, isn't she? Like, powerless to him. But then when he goes and then leaves like a group of 8 men to kind of fuck her up, that's when she then decides to, with her hands tied up, break away from the chair and beat them all up. And I'm just like, you could have just done that to him, and that wouldn't have put Charlie in danger, and you could have solved all of this a lot earlier.
You're right.
So she's a bit of a masochist, I think.
And also, she doesn't know what a moonwalk is.
No, that is not a moonwalk.
That is not a moonwalk.
But again, a straight man has written that as a joke. I'm just going to moonwalk. That was a big womp, womp, womp. Still on the wave of feminism chat about this, I read an article in Vanity Fair. Now, I'm laughing as I say that, because I don't really know what level of journalism Vanity Fair is. Is it quite trash bag, or is it...
No, it's not trash bag.
Okay, good. No, I just,
I'd say it's high-end Hollywood goss. Smart people writing about stupid things.
Yeah, it's very that, isn't it? Yes, so I read this article in Vanity Fair, and they were kind of doing like a retrospective look on it. And one of the arguments they have for this is actually it was pretty revolutionary in ushering in a new era of Hollywood action films, because basically up until this point there hadn't really been any woman-led content in this realm. And in the wake of Charlie's Angels, we had Angelina Jolie becoming Lara Croft, Uma Thurman being the bride in Kill Bill, Charlie's Angels Full Throttle with Demi, and then even further down the line, we've obviously had Mad Max, we've had Proud Mary, Atomic Blonde, and then even your bigger superhero blockbusters, Wonder Woman, Captain Marvel, etc., etc. And I did think in the journey of Hollywood, actually, maybe that's a really interesting point, that how capable was this at a point when it existed to go further than it did.
Yeah. I totally agree. This is like the best that the system could produce at the time. The best like representation that the system was capable of making at this time in history. And I think it is important, and I think it is cool to watch a female-fronted action movie. And I think what we're saying is we love all of the action. It's just it got mixed around with all of this other stuff.
Have you seen the Elizabeth Banks directed reboot?
No.
I haven't, because I think, well, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people said that it kind of was trying too hard to rectify a lot of the changes, and it kind of lost the essence of what it was about.
Which it's basically the problem of Hollywood is that everything needs to be a known property. But then if you try and take something that's got kind of problematic issues baked into its core, and then you try and modernize it, it's like, well, you either lose the entire essence of the original source material, or you just continue to perpetuate the problematic aspects of it again and again. And what we're seeing in this movie, I think, is all the problematic stuff rehashed. The male gaze in this movie is crazy.
Yeah.
And so like I was saying about how like it's really cathartic to watch these women use their sexuality and like treat men like dum-dums, and like all of the men in this movie are kind of stupid, and they're all just like idiots around them, and they can manipulate them, and they're powerful, they're in control. But then there's these shots which have nothing to do with that, which are just pure titillation, like that bit where they're coming out of the sea in the scuba suits, and they're all like unzipping their scuba suits and taking them off. You're like, well, who's this for, and why are they doing this, and like why is the camera lingering on them this time? Because it doesn't actually serve that idea of them being strong and powerful. It's just like to make sure that the men in the theater always have a boner.
Yeah, totally. And this actually links really interestingly to an interview I read with the director,
Right.
where he was saying, this is to quote what he was saying about the experience of working on this movie. I'm like this knucklehead from Kalamazoo, Michigan, and I never got any girls growing up. So I find myself looking over my shoulder, and Cameron Diaz is there in a bikini, and Drew Barrymore is in this little Swiss Miss costume, and Lucy Lewis got this leather dominatrix thing. It was unbelievable. It's just like, that's a director talking about his first feature film, a huge brand that's been rebooted, a $90 million movie, and he's talking about his lead actors in that context. It's just fucking gross, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, and that stuff is peppered throughout the making of as well. You've got Bill Murray being like, "This movie's just about girls having fun, having a blast." You're like, no, it's not.
But also, because are we meant to believe in the final scenes when they're on the beach, and they basically end up like frolicking in the waves with Bill Murray? Yeah. Are we meant to believe that they're enjoying that with him? Because again, I'm like, it's just this gross man with them. I'm not buying it.
No, I'm not buying it either. Also, in the making of, you've got Sam Rockwell being like really hubba about them throughout. Again, this is your coworker. Like, don't go on camera talking about how they're all hot. Vic G, you've got him asking a random crew member, like, which one of their outfits is your fave? Just like, yeah, it's gross. It's very salacious.
I love, obviously, like, kind of like overly sexual scenes. I'm into it as a thing. But it was like, and I can't quite work out why I didn't enjoy it. And I think it's because I know that stuff was happening behind the camera. It's when Drew Barrymore is in the car with the police officer, and she licks the handle, the steering wheel, and there's just something about it that just feels, I don't know, I feel like I'm not getting power from her doing that, even though she is like seducing this guy. There's something about it that just doesn't land for me, and it's weird because the color palette, the way everything is shot, is giving me David LaChapelle. It's very like over the top, very camp, but it's also kind of a lot of like lads mags were styled in that manner, and you'd get like women in like hypersexualized police outfits and stuff for that shoot, and it's just giving me lads mag.
I can see that. It's very hard to separate out, isn't it? And also like, that she's a producer and she's doing this because she wants to, so you do want to be like, well, she found it empowering to do that. Yeah. And so
totally. Yeah, there is that as well. I think it's that thing of like, because what you really want to see behind the scenes in that video is Lucy Liu going, God, Drew's so hot there. You kind of want them like reinforcing it with each other. Yeah. But instead it's like the person behind the cameras are, it's icky, isn't it?
It's a confusing topic.
And that's the thing as well, like the three of them have recently done reunion interviews, and they have nothing but great experience of working on this movie, and they really loved it. And I think they were just like, wow, we looked hot. Wasn't it great that we showed off how hot we were? I couldn't do half those things now. So,
the culture of all of the men being leery is bad, but if they, if the girls actually did feel safe and empowered despite that, or because of that, like, I've enjoyed being admired in my life. And if you still feel like you've got the power, it feels safe. So it's complicated. And we just basically, I think, probably need to take our lead from them.
Yeah.
And if they're still speaking positively about it. But yeah, I think my takeaway after watching it this time was like, this is a movie that should only be allowed to be shown to women and gay men. Straight men shouldn't be allowed to watch it, and then it's perfect.
I like that stance helps me a lot. Whereas I think I was just watching it thinking a lot about straight men, and I think that's so true because there's so many fun things.
Yeah.
But I like the sort of cloud of straight men just dulled a lot of my viewing experience this last go round.
Yeah.
That's a really interesting point, actually. Okay. Yeah.
They can't be trusted with it.
I think another thing I was sort of thinking about with this film, I was like, obviously there's a lot of like very inappropriate, badly made films that do well on this podcast. I think something that sort of stuck with me a bit was it was kind of like a film with this much money, this much great talent behind it should have been better than it is.
Yeah.
It's not like one of these sort of Supergirls that had no budget. And also with those ones, it's like, yes, there are these kind of tropes of women shown, but you can't tell me that Faye Dunaway as a witch in Supergirl is a straight man's idea or dream or is going to be remotely interested in that. Do you know what I mean? It's like...
I think you're right. But it's often the case with giant budget movies, isn't it? When like they just become too big to fail, so there's a lot of safe playing. You know what I do think you can see in this movie though is like the money being spent. So much of the effects were practical. They were done like for real. And it's just fun to see a big budget movie spend its budget. It's like all of this maximalism, and it's all just for the purpose of fun. And you know that the director was gross and leery, but he was also quite charming about how much he was like, you know, just having fun playing with the toys. Which is what I would probably be like if I was a director. I'm like, how can we do these big things? What can we do? What can we blow up? How can we make that bigger? What can we do splashier, louder, blah, blah, blah. They built a cannon on the back of a flatbed truck to fire a car off that bridge.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's like, fun, isn't it? Yeah.
It's fun, and that's a real car going off a real bridge in Long Beach in California. Like, it's crazy. They blew up those two buildings. They built big buildings and blew the fuck out of them.
But even like we're going back to that montage, they're huge set pieces for like seconds worth of footage.
Yeah, it's cool. One thing you can say about this movie is that you're never bored.
Yeah.
Like you never suffer from boredom because it's a visual feast and you're constantly like, what's next? This is fun. What's happening?
And we spoke about this as well when we spoke about like Batman Forever, etc. Like the design elements of the film are brilliant. They're just gorgeous. Like,
yeah,
the set pieces, the art direction, all of it stellar. It's, you know,
yeah.
I even think the soundtrack's quite fun.
Oh, I loved the soundtrack.
Yeah, I love that Barracuda song. I didn't actually know that song. I thought that was really...
Oh, right. Yeah, I think this movie is the reason I know Heart. I think it introduced me to Heart, and then I became like a massive Heart fan.
Ooh, Barracuda.
But yeah, this soundtrack and the soundtrack for number 2 were like very formative. Again, yeah, it's just like, it's a bit weird. It's fun. It's kooky. Although I didn't like the song Turning Japanese when they were dressed as geishas.
Oh, I didn't clock that song. I think I was so like, what am I watching here?
It feels reductive.
I'd like to shout out Melissa McCarthy, features in the movie.
Yes, important.
Really important. I think it's Melissa McCarthy's first time on the podcast, so welcome, Melissa McCarthy. I
think it might be her first film role too.
Was this her first film role?
I think maybe.
She's really set the precedent for the rest of her career by the role she's playing. Yeah, there's nothing more to say really, is there? It's just Melissa McCarthy.
You are a big Melissa McCarthy apologist.
I love Melissa McCarthy getting angry and swearing at people. It always makes me laugh, and she does it in lots of films, so...
Yeah.
But she's no Kelly Lynch. Justice for Kelly Lynch.
Ooh, Barracuda.
Okay, so the time has come to rate this movie on our patented Campometer. We need to give it 1 to 10 Merrills for the quality of the movie.
Bon appetit!
And 1 to 10 Lizas for the camp factor. How many Merrills are we giving this one? How good is this movie? Now, my question here.
Yeah.
Do the problematic elements, such as cultural appropriation and the male gaze, does that get subtracted from Merrills or the Lizas? I can never decide.
It's a very good question. And some might say a flaw in our scoring system. Yeah. It's a feeling. Sometimes you have to go with the feeling with what you would take it from.
Yeah, I think it mostly comes off Merrills unless it ruins the queer joy for you, and then it also might come off the Lizas. But I personally think this is a very successful, fun, blockbuster movie that is like pulling from lots of sources and just delivering great like popcorn entertainment. And I think the things that I hate about it are the cultural appropriation bits, and I think some of the ways they deal with women and feminism. But I think overall it's like a fun, successful movie, and it's the kind of movie I enjoy watching. All of that said, I think I'm going to give it like 6 Merrills.
Yeah, I think I'm like a 6 as well with this. There's a better film with a few changes, small changes. This film could have been amazing. Like if you just sacked off the love interests for all of them.
Yeah, and we'd spent that time developing their characters in ways that weren't about men.
Yep, and then maybe had a couple more fight sequences.
Yeah.
I think we would have been on, and then also obviously drop the cultural appropriation. And as we've seen, there were so many other fun setups they could have been dressed up as. It's not like they ran out of ideas, which I think is just one of the biggest shames about this film, because you're watching it and you're like, it was so nearly right. Yeah. And the stuff that's wrong isn't wrong enough that it makes the film beneficial. It just kind of feels like sloppy. So yeah, I'm going to give it a 6 as well.
Groundbreaking.
So how about Liza's for the camp factor?
No, I'm not going to lie. It's really interesting to me because, again, like I think sometimes we talk about movies on this, and if it's a communal viewing, it really can enhance the experience. And I watched this movie by myself, and I didn't get a lot of queer joy from it. And I think that is just because the male gaze is so prevalent throughout the movie for me.
Yeah.
So it was hard for me to kind of get the joy. And it's interesting because as we've spoken about, it's kind of not necessarily our place to talk about like how empowered the actors were in this movie or not. And it sounds like from their recollections looking back, they were. So maybe it's not my place to get so down about that. It's not a classic to me. If you look at the Campometer, Catwoman isn't a classic. So I think I'm going to give it a 6 personally.
Yeah.
It is camp, but it's not a classic for me.
I think you're right what you've just said. Like watching it in a group, I think real moments of queer joy that were really fun and the whole audience was on board. And then you get kind of these whiplash scenes. You're like, oh, this is taking me out of it. This is annoying. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, no, we're back. And you kind of get distracted by it, the fun again. But yeah, there were those niggles for sure. I think also like ultimately this does not have enough underdog flop vibes to be a real camp classic. It's too big budget. It's too mainstream. It's too studio. It made too much money. It was too successful. But it is stupid, and I do think it has a big legacy. And I think for those reasons, I'm probably around there with you, but I might just nudge it up slightly to like a 7.
I can think that's completely valid. And as I said, I think if I watch this with a group of people, I might feel differently about it. A quick question for you, though, because I was thinking about this and I don't have the answer. Obviously, Barbed Wire got 10 Lizas from us. And that's a film that's made with male gaze in a very similar way. Why do you think that's a camp classic and this isn't?
Oh gosh, I mean, how much time have we got? You're right though, they're actually like very similar. The bones of the movies are the same. It's like it's an espionage movie about a PI who uses her sexuality to get what she wants. I guess Pammy is a terrible actress.
Yes. And I guess there's like, even though there are like bad jokes in this, that you can still tell that like experienced people that are good at their job have worked on this, and it maybe the level of Barbed Wire and films like that, and it's the same with like I Know Who Killed Me, which was another perfect score for us. They're just terrible, but I guess the lead actors are just plowing on through with what they can do. Yeah. Okay.
And also Barbed Wire turned up the sexy also, like
beyond.
Yeah. So it's like, yes, it's male gaze, but it's so far beyond that because like I'm not sure any man would find that hot either. It's just like
yeah, you're right. Like ultimately
it's drag levels.
Ultimately, Charlie's Angels, you're still gonna get douchebag straight guys probably jacking off to it.
Yeah. Oh.
Sorry to that to be my closing line. But Full Throttle, what a movie!
Yeah, we will have to come back to Full Throttle. And I wanted to say is I looked at the Campometer also because I was trying to figure out like how I felt about my score before we started recording. It's in like the same realm with those scores as like The Craft and To Wong Fu, and that actually does feel kind of right somehow.
Yeah, I think that's the right kind of it. I would be genuinely interested to find out what our viewers think about this one, because I feel like it's a really popular film, and it has sort of lasted the test of time in terms of people still talk about it and still watch it. So I would be interested to see if people have like a much closer affiliation with it and still think it's great, and if we're just being overly sensitive.
Yeah, let us know. And do you want to hear us talk about Full Throttle? Well, let us know that too.
I in fact think we should just do a Demi Moore season. G.I. Jane, Striptease, The Substance, and Full Throttle.
I've never seen Striptease. I'm not sure I've ever seen G.I. Jane, so sign me up. Isn't Striptease like sort of a comedy?
No, it's more like a crime thriller.
Oh, okay.
She's like an undercover cop that's a stripper.
Yeah, but isn't it like kind of weirdly supposed to be sort of comic and that doesn't work? And
no, I don't think
no.
so.
Okay. Cool. Well, what do I know?
Wagon wheel, what to see?
Please do consider joining the Gatron. Go give us a rating, and we'll be back in 2 more weeks with another camp classic. Bye.
Bye.
Get away from her, you bitch!
Classic. He was in the Amazon with my mom when she was researching spiders right before she died.
No more hangers!
You thought you'd become a prostitute or a drug addict.
I used to love doggy chow. I used to love doggy chow too.
Shoes on my feet, my body.